Ivan Boyd with a touchdown reception made it 10-0 BC. Notre Dame got a Zellers 39-yard TD catch to close within 3, but BC answered with Boyd's second touchdown of the day. And in the second quarter still, Burris with a 1-yard run made it a 3-point game. But just before halftime, Mitchell, 3 yards away, scored to put it 24-14. Third quarter, BC gets Campbell with a touchdown, Pendergast a field goal. And as we start the fourth quarter, it is 31-17. Boston College with the ball, 2nd and 6 from the Notre Dame 40. Darnell Campbell, good blocking up front. Campbell to the 35, a yard short of the first down. This drive by BC set up by a sensational interception.
Just a simple swing route. They're going to come down and then up the field. Eric Shorter is going to break on the ball, but watch at the end of the play. Lake Dawson is going to break down and try and sit in the zone. If McDougal could have gotten him the ball sooner, would have been there for a big play. As it worked out, Eric Shorter came up with just a huge interception for BC.
And this could be a significant injury here. It's Darnell Campbell holding his right knee. He's carried 20 times for 92 yards today, including a touchdown. Green has taken his spot in the backfield. Gordon Lauro is also there as the fullback in the eye. This is Green in motion. Glenn Foley rifles it across the middle. Diving catch made this time by Brent Gibbons, one of the 5 tight ends that Boston College has on its roster.
Going to have another safety blitz as Lou Holtz is trying to pull out all the stunts now. Did a great job picking up the stunt and allowing Foley to hit his tight end over the middle. Just perfect execution all day long by BC.
13 yards on Gibbons' 6th catch of the season. First down BC, ball at the 22 of Notre Dame. Comer to the 20-yard line. That's about a 2-yard gain. Less than 14 minutes and ticking. Holtz has won 17 straight. His team #1. Bidding for the national championship, and each second now precious, trailing by 14, and Boston College again in scoring territory with the ball on the 20-yard line.
And even a field goal now does great damage to Notre Dame. They're sitting at a 14-point deficit right now, and a field goal takes that to 3 scores.
Jim Flanagan off the field. Oliver Gibson on to replace him for Notre Dame. Straight ahead to Dwight Shirley, and Shirley kept his legs turning, is inside the 15. Gibson and Bursich had him wrapped up, and he still kept going.
Shirley's their big, powerful, short yardage and goal line back. That is before Darnell Campbell became Mr. Touchdown. Last season, he got 8 touchdowns in short yardage and goal line situations. You saw he not interested in making a whole lot of moves. There's Darnell Campbell on the sideline getting taped up. I would imagine he'll be back.
Shirley gained over 600 yards last season. He's lined up next to Lauro. 3rd down and 2. And it is Shirley that has the first down. He's to the 10. It'll be first down. Boston College, perhaps first and goal, just at the 10-yard line. And the Eagles have indeed soared for Coughlin today.
You can't help but think of the game last week. The Florida State matchup in which the Seminoles had no success running the football against the Fighting Irish. And now the team in the same colored uniforms having great success.
College football, such an emotional game. And it was difficult for Notre Dame to bounce back Notre Dame Stadium a year ago. Glenn Foley was the quarterback then, too. First down, BC. The ball right at the 10-yard line. It's first and goal. They cannot make a first down, and a flag flies before the ball can be snapped.
Dead ball, false start against the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So it'll be first and goal now from the 15. After going 0-2 to turn this season around, and they have. Pass incomplete, intended for Ivan Boyd. Already has 2 touchdowns today. If he could have held the ball there, he'd have had number 3.
just hit him right in the hands. Ivan Boyd, who's played so well already in this game, and you wonder now if Tom Coughlin may go a little conservative. He gets Darnell Campbell back in the lineup, his big fullback. Remember, a field goal does almost as much damage in this situation as does a touchdown. You certainly don't want a turnover on this end of the field.
Second and goal from the 15. 11:55 left in the game. 31-17 Boston College. Draw play. Campbell to the 1. Just tripped up by Justin Goheen, a yard from Pater.
I love the call here by Tom Coughlin. He puts in 4 wide receivers, spreads out the Fighting Irish, comes with a quick trap up the middle. Tom Coughlin has been absolutely brilliant calling plays this afternoon. A masterful job by that man right there. The New York Giants wanted him as their head football coach. He turned them down, said there was unfinished business at BC. You wonder if he had Notre Dame in the back of his mind.
Third and goal, play action pass. Foley has a man open. Mitchell for the touchdown. Cheers stretching all the way from Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts to Lincoln, Nebraska.
You run it when they expect you to throw. You throw it when they expect you to run. Tom Coughlin has had an answer for everything today.
David Gordon, point after. 11:13 left in the game, and BC now up 38-17.
Pete Mitchell in motion right at you. They fake the run this side. Just slip Mitchell out of the backfield. Nobody there. Nice catch.
And Glenn Foley, 23 of 35, 238 yards. His coach, Tom Coughlin, still attending to business. And Mike Mamula, the defensive star of the game. They can smell it now. Last week against Notre Dame, Charlie Ward of Florida State, shoe in for the Heisman Trophy, hit 31 of 50, 297 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Look what Glenn Foley of Boston College has done today. 23 of 35, 238, 4 touchdown passes without an interception. And the Boston College Eagles over a 2-touchdown underdog, leading 38-17. There's the squib kick by Beckley. And a pretty good return by Clint Johnson.
And Tom, maybe the most disappointed group other than Lou Holtz and the Fighting Irish, should this score hold up, would be Florida State, because I don't think there's any question that Nebraska would then leapfrog both Notre Dame and Florida State to #1 in the polls if this score does hold up.
Notre Dame, 3 wide receivers in the game now. They've got to score quickly. McDougal passes to Dawson, catches it for a short gain, just shy of midfield. Tackle immediately made by Joe Camara.
But this clearly is not the strength of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish when they get in a situation where they have to throw the football nearly on every down.
Dawson wide to the bottom of your screen. McDougal looks for him. It's not there. Goes across the middle to Mays. Derek Mays just tripped up inside the 30-yard line. Another big catch by Derek Mays has been a bright spot for the Irish today. Shorter just managed to prevent further damage after 22 yards.
Tom, like I just said, there's no question the strength of the Notre Dame team is dropping back and throwing the ball. These guys, Devin McDougal, he got beat out by the freshman Ron Paulus early in training camp. He wanted his shot to lead his team to the national championship. Well, there it is.
Becton on the draw. Lee Becton inside the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
get to be number one in the country without having some heart. No question about the heart of Lee Becton, of Lou Holtz, and the Fighting Irish. And this could be a big blow. That's Eric Shorter, their strong safety, who has been so effective in stopping this Notre Dame.
Trailing 38-23 with 10-12 left.
This is interesting.
Becton and Zellers in the backfield. Two wide receivers to the right. Dawson and Johnson. Pitch to Becton. He's going to throw back to McDougal, and they get the 2 points. Trick play for the Irish. 2-point conversion. Now the crowd's into it. It's 38-25 and 10-12 still left.
Wake up the echoes, baby. Somebody call Notre.
Seniors hoping for a miracle finish to a miracle season. 38-25. Boston College on top with 10-12 left. The Eagles expect an onside kick from Notre Dame. Pendergast kicks it away. Fielded at the 7-yard line. Tony Ransom to the 23. And now Glenn Foley and his high-octane offense back on the field. Today, Foley has already moved up the Boston College passing ranks to number 2 in yards passing per season, trailing only Doug Flutie. He's moved up 2 spots today with his performance, but the most important yards perhaps yet to come. He needs to get some now to preserve the win and take the momentum away from Notre Dame. This is the worst starting field position for the Eagles today. The ball is back at their own 23-yard line. Jim Flanagan back in the defense for Notre Dame. Foley pumps, nowhere to go, being chased, finally finds Campbell, and Campbell bangs to the 30 and across to the 32-yard line, tripped up by Bobby Taylor and by Bryant Young, who was putting the pressure on Glenn Foley, and he found Campbell. Wow.
This is unbelievable. I mean, they got a simple screen. It's not there. Start scrambling around. Oh, yeah, let's come back one more time. Darnell Campbell makes the... It's just unbelievable. What a play by Glenn Foley.
Was Jim Flanagan telling us yesterday that his performance against Florida State was sort of an out-of-body experience. He was sort of unconscious with everything in slow motion. And there are several, I think, Eagles having that experience today. Foley and Mamula, 2 of them. It'll be short of the first down.
Did you take a sack in that situation, but somehow Glenn Foley...
Defense now deploying 5 defensive backs, even though it's 2nd and 1.
This is a passing down, Tom. You assume the first down on 3rd down.
Like you said, they run it to Campbell and get the first down to the 35, and perhaps working a little clock.
No mercy, do you? You have absolutely no mercy. I really thought that Tom Coughlin might try to take advantage of that situation, but in this situation, obviously enjoying watching those chains move and the clock tick.
Clock restarted after stopping momentarily for the first down. It's the college rule. Campbell and Green in the backfield. Campbell's carried 22 times, 110 yards. First ball carry over 100. Foley shows us his scrambling ability now, and Glenn Foley slides down at the 44-yard line, covered by Justin Goheen.
Again, Burris going to come with the safety blitz here. Foley's going to step up inside of him.
Looks for a block, cuts it back close to midfield. Bryant Young had him by the ankles.
Methodical, so methodical, this Boston College offense. Every time Notre Dame comes back, creates a little momentum of their own. It's Glenn Foley, it's Tom Coughlin, it's the BC.
Began the season 0-2 before reeling off 7 wins in a row. This would be number 8, but number 1 for all time for the Eagles. David Green, tackled by Flanagan.
Tom, during the course of this win streak, they have knocked off a couple of nationally ranked teams, Syracuse and Virginia Tech, but certainly none the caliber of Lou Holtz Fighting Irish.
We asked Glenn Foley yesterday, what would it mean to beat Notre Dame? He said, monumental.
But he's kept his cool.
Incomplete. Taylor might have had a chance to intercept it. Parking lot covered with mud. Foley's pass. Mitchell again cradles it for a key first down. Pete Bursich was all over Pete Mitchell. Then Mitchell able to hold on. Why doesn't that surprise me?
Tom, what's been happening here is that they are double teaming Pete Mitchell. But it doesn't matter. What they're doing is they're running to the inside part of it. They're double teaming with a linebacker and a defensive back inside and outside. And that allows Pete Mitchell, when he works to the inside, to go against the linebacker. Nice play design again by Tom Coughlin.
7 minutes left. 38-25 Boston College. Green. Little game.
Burris again with the safety blitz from the outside can be just as effective against the run as it can be against the pass. Notre Dame now forced to take some gambles. They've got to stop Boston College and get the football back under 6.5 minutes.
Boston College bidding to be a player in the national championship picture if they go to one of the big bowls. Perhaps matched up with a team that has a chance to win it all if they can knock off Notre Dame today, West Virginia next week.
Again, Tom Coughlin taking advantage of Bobby Taylor over there on the left side. Bobby Taylor was burned earlier in the ball game, and he's been a little cautious in the secondary. A very short completion underneath. But we haven't seen the same aggressiveness out of Bobby Taylor that we've seen in some earlier games.
3rd and 3. Imperative for the Irish to stop BC here. Clock down to 5:40. 10th play of this BC drive, which may prove to be the most decisive. Foley fumbles. And the Irish have it. Jim Flanagan.
They've been so perfect all afternoon. The biggest mistake, the simplest play to execute. Just the center snap. No mistakes. And now Glenn Foley turns the ball over. And Notre Dame back in business.
And McDougal looking for it all. Downfield and broken up. Intended for Clint Johnson. Broken up at the last minute by Boston College Joe Kamara.
Top of your screen, Kamara working against Clint Johnson. Just a jump ball situation. Johnson tries to go up. Didn't get off his feet early enough.
Play action. McDougal to Mays. Derek Mays to the 48-yard line. That'll go for 15 yards. First down, Irish. McDougal, the senior quarterback. He waited 3 years for his chance. He played horribly in the first 2 scrimmages for Notre Dame preseason.
And Tom, what that long pass did was it just simply put the thought in the back of the minds of the defensive backs. They will throw deep.
BC territory to the 45. Kevin McDougal, after playing so poorly in the 2 preseason scrimmages, apparently had lost his job to freshman Ron Paulus. Paulus was injured. McDougal went to Coach Lou Holtz and said, Coach, I'm confident I can lead you to the national championship. If he's going to do it, he'll have to pull this one out against BC. Down the sideline for Mays. Broken up. Great defensive explosive play. At the last minute, Terrence Wiggins came across to bat the ball to the turf. Becton. He's got the first down. Lee Becton to the 20. Becton cuts back to the 3-yard line. Becton for 41. Sixth straight game, Lee Becton exceeds 100 yards rushing.
Tom, what has happened now is BC has gone back to a base defense. They're playing with 7 up front, 4 in the backfield. Lou Holtz saw it, he called for the run, and Lee Becton is now having a huge game.
Hall-Fay-like quarterback, handing to Zellers, touchdown.
Center snap is what set that up.
And now Pendergast will try to kick the extra point. He's got it. 4 minutes and 2 seconds are left, and suddenly it's a 6-point game. Just fouled by Notre Dame took only a minute 27 seconds. The one before that, a minute 1. But first, the defense must hold Boston College. Pendergast with the kickoff. Ransom from the 5. Ransom with a good return, ridden down at the 32-yard line. Lee Becton has come on here in the second half.
Now over 1,000 yards, 1,074 for the season. He said he never saw the final pass last week from Charlie Ward. He was on the sideline praying. Wouldn't be surprised if he resumes that position now.
The last 2 times Boston College had the ball, they consumed over 4 minutes. If that happens now, they'll win the game. Foley on the play action. Broken up. Lane knocked it away from Cannon.
Huge play by Greg Lane, who told us yesterday that as a freshman he considered leaving Notre Dame. The pressure was too great. He was thrown in as a starting defensive back. He said, I wanted to hide from the pressure, not be a part of it.
Well, here he is now, 2nd and 10. Foley hands off to Campbell. Only a yard.
Remember now, because Lou Holtz went for 2 before, this is just a 6-point ball game. If Notre Dame's defense can hold on 3rd and 9, give the offense the ball back. This offense is red hot right now. They've been scoring at will, but here is the play of the ball game.
Boston College has converted 9 of 15 third downs. Full complement of timeouts left, both sides. Fumble. Foley got it back, but they'll have to punt.
They may have to put it on Tom Coughlin's tombstone. We fumbled 2 center snaps at Notre Dame when we were killing them. Looked like Glenn Foley just pulled out too soon. Unbelievable that this game may turn on the inability of Glenn Foley and his center Tom Nalen to make a simple center exchange to the quarterback.
Timeout Notre Dame. 2 minutes, 59 seconds left. 2 minutes. Sailing punt by Beckley. Backtracking Miller. Gets to the outside and then is caught from behind. Boyd with a great play. 11 yards on the return after Beckley booted it 47.
That happened. an unbelievable catch. He's been the go-to guy all afternoon. That time he gets in behind the BC defense. Inexplicable that on first down they can come up with that kind of a bomb behind this defense.
Zellers inside the 10.
Notre Dame wants to take their timeout. This Boston College defense is confused. They've been up there in the 8-man front all day, but now Kevin McDougal is making him pay for it with these deep bombs, with the throws over the middle. That 10 yards. 10 yards between Notre Dame and their shot at the national championship.
One man never lost faith. There he is. And remember that single candle in the grotto? Is it enough?
Maybe that was the one.
Zellers and Becton, 3 wides. Lee Becton pounds to the 5. Charles Stafford brings the play in from the sideline.
This offensive line has been so dominant all year. They have just taken defenses and moved them at will. Will Lou Holtz stay with them? Will he let this offensive line try to win the game?
McDougal to Becton. Screen set up. Becton didn't get much to the 4-yard line. There's Stephen Boyd with another great play on the BC defense.
Interesting that Lou Holtz would come with a screen pass with a flare there. You've got the big studs up front, 295 pounds. Now they're down to 4 yards. 2 plays remaining for a shot at the title.
Ball at the 4, 3rd and goal. You see the time. Notre Dame down 6. McDougal has all the time he needs. Throws, broken up, it'll be 4th down. Lake Dawson, the intended receiver.
That time Derek Mays was open in the corner of the end zone, but just as he popped free, Kevin McDougal looked back the other way. Inches away. One play.
And Holtz will talk it over. Timeout Notre Dame, their final timeout of the game. 1:13 left. It's 38-32. The ball at the 4-yard line of Boston College. 4th and goal for the Irish.
Tom, we have seen in the past, Notre Dame, when they get in tight clutch situations, they love a late tailback or a fullback slip pattern coming out of the backfield. We saw it last year against Penn State. It worked to perfection. Will they now come back with it? We haven't seen it the entire ball game.
Is one candle power enough? One final prayer for Notre Dame. 4th and goal from the 4, with the national championship perhaps hanging in the balance. Zellers and Becton in the eye. Mays right, Dawson left. McDougal. Touchdown, Dawson! McDougal, what a story. And now Kevin Pendergast, the converted soccer player. The extra point to put Notre Dame ahead. Yes.
performance against Florida State. Said that I love my teammates. I feel that I owe them when the ball's thrown in a pressure situation to make the play. In the biggest play of the season, the biggest play of his lifetime, Lake Dawson and Kevin McDougal combined to keep the dream alive.
And on senior day, the two seniors, Dawson and McDougal, got it done. Stopped at the 10-yard line, so the Eagles will be backed up. Flag down, flag on the play.
Tom, did you see who was the first one down there to make the hit? The senior, Dean Lytle.
Personal foul, though, against the Irish.
Don't forget, Glenn Foley.
The Irish must hold against this powerful BC offense. Glenn Foley scrambles. Short hops Mitchell, incomplete. Taylor was defending Pete Mitchell. It'll be second down. Clock shows 55 seconds.
Still plenty of time. Glenn Foley had a chance to run the football.
Foley got rid of it. Almost intercepted. Did Boyd catch it? No, incomplete. Incomplete. Pete Bursich had it. And it went right through his hands.
Bursich had it, and then Jeff Burris had it. Two different tip balls. Tip balls have not been the friend of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Just ask Brian McGee.
Nice job, though, by Burris getting his hand in there. Now third down.
Foley's pass to Mitchell complete. Mitchell driving. He's got a first down. Swing pass complete to Comer. Takes it out of bounds. It'll be short of the first down. Stops the clock. 27 seconds left. BC didn't get the call. Foley now must scramble. Spots Mitchell again. Mitchell is to the 33-yard line. Timeout, Boston College. 18 seconds left. There's the field goal kicker, David Gordon. He's a senior on senior day. Seconds left. The ball's at the 33 of the Irish. Blitz, and Foley let it go. Incomplete. Jeff Burris came right up the... Pass is complete to Boyd. Ivan Boyd fights his way to the 24-yard line, maybe the 23. Jim Flanagan tackles him there. 1-yard attempt to win the game and end the Irish National Championship hopes. John Dockery.
Coach, what does this win mean to you to be in NBC?
Well, it means you just beat the #1 team in the nation. That's what it means. It means a great job of courage by our football team. You couldn't have a finish any better than that finish right there. And they are a great football team.
What was the difference today? Why were you able to move the ball so well?
Because we played, we're a better football team than we were a year ago. We had great determination and courage. The kids made a great effort.
Was part of it a payback for last year?
Oh, hell no. Just a great football game. 2 different years, 2 different teams.
Congratulations,
Thank
Coach.
Two courageous teams, Boston College and Notre Dame. It appeared that BC had the knockout punch. Notre Dame came back with a minute left. Glenn Foley